Yeah. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Lazy Mini Painting. I'm Laz, and we've got Combat Patrol issue day today. Now, we didn't build last week's, which is issue 73. We have this week, which is issue 74, which we get 10 more KDE shot through. I thought it was going to be 5 and 5, and then we're going to get another double. Apparently not, we're getting 10 in each issue. How wonderful, eh? So, last week, I didn't build them because I thought I was going to be getting the other half of them this week. So, apparently not. I should have built them last week, because this week we have got the exact same bloody sprues again, I believe. Or it looks like the exact same sprues anyway. So we have 20 guardsmen to get through. That should be fun. Should be nice and easy. Got plenty of bases, because we got all the ones from last week, and so I'm going to get the ones from this week as well. And we did all the reading from issue 73 last week, because I missed a beat because I was ill. It's not good, but it happens. But yeah, I missed a week. I will be over shortly to join you over in portrait mode. I've just got to put the bases in the tub so I don't lose them. I've got a fair few bases in that tub now. Some are the right size, some are the wrong size, some have been textured. Let's put my phone on so I can come and join you all in portrait. Which first of all means, Laz, shut your phone up. That does help. So Laz shuts his phone up and then clicks on the little whatchamacallit. Link in the email, that's the one. And then I can definitely come over and join you all in portrait, because, well, I'm going to be in there myself. There we go. Happy days, happy days. We are some kind of setup to start streaming. Doesn't help that you get back in the house and you immediately start. But there you go. So we'll start with 74 after we've built the ones from 73. Now I'm looking at the special weapon dudes, and I'm trying to figure out if I can do plasma melter or if I've got a flamer. You can definitely do plasma grenade, so I'll probably go for plasma grenade. I have a pair of snips as well today, which helps. It does. Move that over a little bit. So 73, how are we supposed to build these things? Apart from with a lot of effing and jeffing and swearing and all the other stuff that goes with it. So Acadian shock troops. After checking the part number, clip out. Yep. Use mold line remove if we need to. Carefully apply glue. Do I have my glue uncloggerer with me? No, I don't. Right, is any actually open? Have I got any glue actually working with that's nozzle free? No, I don't. So I'm gonna need to go get my glue on. I don't know what's going on with my camera. What's going on with my camera? Right, no, that's right one. That's the desk one. That's working. So why is the me camera not working? Let's change it to that for a second, and then let's bring it back to hopefully this one. Yes, there we go. I am working again. Thank you everybody. Thank you everybody who's popped in. I'm just going to pop away for a second because I need a glue nozzle uncloggerer, because that's not letting any glue out at the minute. In case you don't know what that is, it's sanctifying, purifying flame. It works. I don't advise inhaling it though. Really don't advise inhaling it. It's not a good idea. But we shall continue. Have a bit of the first drink of the day as well while I'm here. And don't forget, I've got to change stuff from too early in the morning. Too early in the morning, people. I hope everybody else has had a good day so far. you've either had a good morning or you're partway through your day and it's gone alright, or you're just settling down for the evening. Any of those, perfectly fine. I just hope you've not had a morning where you had to wake up and just go. Just like I have had today. They're the fun days, aren't they? Right, so glue unclogger up, get my face away from those black things, and let the red thing calm down while we have a look at the rest of the issue. So yeah, I hope everyone's okay. We've got lots of heads apparently. That's what, 5, 10, 15, 20 heads on one sprue. So we should definitely be able to have enough heads. So let's see, who do you want us to start with? They want us to start with Acadian Shock Troop Sergeant. They always want us to give us 2 different sergeant variants. Why does it give us 2 different sergeant variants? We should only have 1 sergeant variant. Are you going to give me 2 different sergeant variants? Or are you just going to tell me how to... No, this is just the how to paint one in 74. So this is a 1 sergeant, 2 sergeant. You can make them both the same or make them both different. It is entirely up to you. Finding the parts, however, is a pain in the backside. So, for the first bit, we need to do the legs. The legs are parts numbers 4 and 5. And they're going to be on here somewhere. Somewhere. Don't ask me where, because I've not figured that bit out yet. But definitely on here somewhere. Well, that's 5. So, and there's, right, so we found 4's there and 5's there. Right near the chainsaw, which is, I suppose, handy. They're saying you should give him a chainsaw and a las pistol. That doesn't sound too good to me, to be quite honest. A chainsaw, meh. It gives him something to do in close combat if they ever get called to go into close combat. But the las pistol, really? What's the other one get? The other one gets an auto gun, which is essentially a las gun, but solid slugs rather than little flashes of light. Not much difference there either, really, so I'm not sure. Nothing! Yes, it is. It is. It's daytime. And the only reason I do it on daytime is because I've got building to do for combat patrol, which came out this morning. So I try and get it, if it's building, I try and get it built as soon as I get back. If it's law, then I'm usually not conscious enough to do it. So I do that in the evenings. Unless it's only a little bit of law, in which case I might try and squeeze it in at the end. One or the other, I suppose. I'll try. I do try. It's tomorrow night when I get to start a whole new project. I'm a bit scared. I get to start a whole new project tomorrow. I even went out and bought... Well, I didn't go out specifically out of my way to buy it, but it was in the local CEX, and it's a unit of orcs. You know, the Age of Sigmar orcs. It was a unit of them in my local CEX, and one of them just looked perfect to be a drummer. So I've nicked him. I bought them just so I can have a drummer and a couple of guitarists that look similar to who's going to be the singer, and I can give him the reverse big spiky mic that I want to. Because I want to give him a big reverse spiky microphone. Also known as a stick with spikes in it. That's what I want to give him. Whether or not I get a chance to do is a different matter. Next we need parts 2 and 3 for his body. Well, there's part 2. I should have my glasses on, and there's part 3. We have part 3 right here, and then we have part 2 all the way up here. So lots and lots of little bits. Well, in this case, yeah, there's too many little bits. I think I'm going to give them both a bolt pistol, because that's better than a bloody las pistol, and a chainsaw. So They're kind of going to be wannabe Space Marines for a bit, the sergeants. Unless on here somewhere I can spot a plasma pistol. Can I spot a plasma pistol? No. Nope, no plasma pistol, so it's got to be a bolt pistol and a chainsaw. Thank you to anybody who has come in to see me this morning. Obviously, Northern I know of, because you've spoken. Northern has spoken. And not many other people have, which I don't blame you if you're too tired. You might even be using me for ASMR because it's late at night and you're not able to sleep. Many people have done that. Well, the first Cadian Shock Commander. There's part of me saying build one, then build the others. And there's another part of me going, no, don't do that. What you should do is, and then build the two sergeants at the same time, and then build everyone else at the same time. We shall see. I think I'm going to actually do the two sergeants at the same time, you know. Just so that way they're done. And I'm not going backwards and forwards through the magazine to go, right, sergeant, then 9 guys, and then sergeant, and then 9. We'll do this guy first for both sets. That's the plan. Whether it works, that is a different matter. That is a really different matter. I've still got to sit down in Discord and go do all the... Oh, I've just remembered a load of things that I need to do for all the other things that I've done. And with my memory, it doesn't help, and I've forgotten most of it. Oh, as well. Alright, so it's saying get 9, which is the las pistol. I'm saying it can jog on, because I want that bolt pistol wherever I found it. Right, up here, there's a bolt pistol, and there is chainsaw. Both sergeants get that. So chuck the bolt pistol out first. The bolt pit, chuck the chainsaw out first. You know, at one point I would never have got those two mixed up. Now, I'm surprised I'm not calling it something completely different than what it is. It is still morning, isn't it, for me over here in the UK? I think. I hope it's still morning. I don't know. I've not fully woken up yet. And some people are going, well, what do you mean you've not woken up? Well, I'm not woken up yet. I am on medication. And it affects me in the mornings. The fact that I'm even conscious right now is quite surprising for me. I know I've done it a few weeks, a few times, where I've been conscious at this time and streaming. But right now, I am surprised. I am very surprised that I am in any way, shape, functional. Any way or shape functional. Not gonna lie, wasn't the best night's sleep. When you end up catching a Twitch stream at 3 in the morning, you know you're not doing much sleep. So that's you on there, and now you're telling me he's got to have one of the silly hats. I can't give him a helmet, apparently. Everybody else gets an helmet except for the sergeant. The sergeant doesn't get a helmet. Okay, up Buzzard. Good morning, good morning. How is Lee? I hope you've had a nice... Well, I hope you've at least got a brew in your hand at this time of day. In fact, if anyone's watching from the UK, I hope you do have a brew in your hand, or you are on a break and have a brew in your hand. Hope you're not watching me from work while you're supposed to be working, that is. I said if you're on a break, you're on a break. That's awesome. I mean, if you are watching me from work, there is naff all I can do to stop you, is there, really? Let's face it. I'm sat here at my little desk and you're in an entirely different building. Right, so we need to find the one with the chainsaw on again. Excellent. And then 4 and 5. What? 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 11, 10 and 11. He wants us to do 9 and 11. No, it doesn't. Not on this one, it doesn't. This one, it wants us to do 6, 7 and 8. But no. Nope, nope, nope. It can go take a running jump. I'm doing 4 and 5 first. And then 2 and 3. Is it 2 and 3? Yeah, 2 and 3. And then he gets his chainsaw, and then he gets his bolt pistol. At least the bolt pistol hits at strength 4. That's the main thing, really. Empty cup? No, no. Well, I'm going to be here for a while, so there's not going to be none of that. I went and made a cup of tea and you disappeared. That's not going to happen this time. I've got 20 models to put together. I'm going to be here for a bit. And I'm only on model number 2. And he's not even got his head on. The first one's not even got his head on properly yet. So I'm going to be here for a while. Emma, hello. Hello. How are you doing? I hope you've had a good morning. Yeah, Warhammers. What? Oh, no hammers in this one. Because it's guardsmen, and guardsmen are too puny to use hammers. And I didn't get any hammers in my intercessor box either, which I'm a bit not happy about. It's not even like I could put a fist on him or anything, just to... Yeah. So in this case, both sergeants going bolt pistol and chainsaw. It just seems like a more efficient loadout than giving them an auto gun or a las pistol. It's just so much better. A strength 4 shot to the face. Clip the guardsman out. 20 Canadian shock troops for the meat grinder. Let's shout, yeah, yeah. Ba-dun, dun, 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 dun. Bum, 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 meat for the grinder is what we're building today. Next time we'll get big artillery and then we'll shoot them away. 2 issues for the next one, by the way. It's 2 issues we've got to wait to put. I think we might get 1 piece of artillery and then another piece of artillery. I'm hoping that's what's happened. Because what's going to happen, should I say. I have a feeling we're going to get half a piece of artillery, 2 half pieces of artillery, and then 2 other half pieces of artillery. And we're going to have to put it together. So it's going to be another weird one where I miss a week and then I have a double week. Oh, the joys. Oh, the joys. But they never do it right, really, do they? No. Well, thank you for calling in. Buzzard, I hope you've got that kettle on. It's not just going to be me and thee, that'll be wanting that. We both live someone of the fairer sex, and well, they want cups of tea as well. Mine's in bed at the moment, because she's got a lot to do today and she was up super early. Mainly because I was disturbing her all night, because I was up till stupid o'clock, because I couldn't sleep. What's stopping it? There's a little nubbly bit that I forgot to remove. Little tiny nubbly bit there, see. Got it. Now put his bolt pistol on. And it goes on better this time. There we go. And Janie's horde. Janie's horde. And then clip off a couple of heads, and then he goes on a base, and that's the 2 sergeants done. And these 18 models left to do before I have to pick Mini Laz up from school. And you'd think it's not that big of a rush for that, but yeah. I'm also not the quickest at doing some of these. Oh, don't fall off, you daft arm. Stay on there. Glue on foot. Base. Pop him on. That's that easy bit done. Right, heads. Heads. Now I can just get two of the heads off this one, which is either 116, 115 or 117. What's the other one? Oh, 1. 1 is the other one. So I'm going to go with head 1 and head 115. Just because then I can clip them both off the same sprue and I don't have to worry about it. Lazy Mini Painting being the name of the channel, so please bear that in mind, people. So if for some reason I can cut 2 pieces off one sprue to make the 2 models from the 2 separate sprues, then I will go ahead and do that. Just so I have spares and they're not scattered around 2 separate sprue sets. So sort your neck out there. You don't want to be all floppy headed. You can be barking orders, mate, that's fine, just don't be floppy headed. And then we get the next one. And you come in and you get your, and don't you be floppy headed either. You're not even barking orders, you. Right. 2 sergeants. Fair enough, that's nice and easy. Now we want Vox casters. So wait a minute, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 being the other sergeant, yeah. Okay, this is where it starts getting fun. Because as per usual, they're going to try and make me do things that I don't want to do. Such as put weapons in their hands that I don't want them to have. Like flamers. Don't like them having flamers. Flamers are short range and useless. If they're that close to guardsmen that you have to use a flamer, then you're going to get wiped off the board. I believe the only thing that actually the guardsmen beat in close combat is Tau. And that's nothing to shout about. So the next... Ooh dear. Move that sprue because he's making it all floppy. Ooh, Right, next. So for the Vox caster it is 100 and 101. So that just shows how many bits of sprue that are on these things. Luckily, because we found the Vox caster's backpack and his legs are directly bloody next to it. How good, eh? How good. It's kind of what we want. Nice, simple and easy to find. Doesn't mean it's going to be easy to put together. It just means it was easy to find for this one. So we clip out part 100 and part 101. Then what other parts do we need? Then we need parts 99 and 98 for his torso. I'm actually glad I found a decent pair of snips for this morning as well. I didn't fancy doing this with wire cutters. If I couldn't find snips, then it probably would have ended up being a nighttime one. And that's 99 and 98 there. Excellent. So all this hopefully is all in a nice same area, which is, now that I've figured out, is the other sprue to the sergeant, so I know where that one is. That one's down there for doing the second one. 98, and there's 99 there, right at the edge. Right at the edge. Can't go far wrong with that. Now, I'm going to give them plasmas and grenades on both sets when it comes to the special weapons. Just because I don't know if I can go plasma melter. That is the only reason I'm going to go plasma grenade, is because I don't know if I can do plasma melter. If I knew I could do plasma melter, I'd be doing that on both. Because they already have a bit of anti-infantry with just flashlights like they have. Or las guns, whatever you want to call them. I know they have anti-infantry-ish with that. But what they do, what they lack is a bit of anti-elite or a bit of anti-tank. You may not necessarily want a bit of anti-elite or a bit of anti-tank into your standard Cadian shock troops. But just in case one of them annoying Black Legion come along, you know, Abaddon and his lot, trying to burn the galaxy, you just want to make sure you can punch through that Space Marine armour and get rid of them. After all, they did blow Cadia up. And I know they say Cadia stands. No, bloody doesn't. Cadia was a planet in the first place. So we have for arms 105 and 106. So there's 106, which is just a single hand holding the gun, and 105 is there with a little bendy weird thing around it. I'm assuming that's going to be a wire for the Voxcaster, which is obviously there. Nice big thing with antenna. Nothing compared to the one that comes in the command squad. That thing's a bit of a beast, not going to lie. That thing's huge. But then again, he's supposed to be giving out orders to all the other places, so he needs a longer range. Whereas these just needed to help them receive the orders. And stop them getting shouted at. It's like, well, why didn't you do what I told you? In fact, they don't get shouted at in Warhammer, do they? They just get shot straight in the head for insubordination. The joys, the joys, the joys of being a guardsman. Where your life is so cheaply because there are bloody billions of you. Billions, I say. Billions of guardsmen. Which is why we've got absolute shed ton of them. Right, let's get the rest of him together. And a base, please. So we got base. We want glue on the... Come on, I know. Don't say you're running out on me. Glue on that arm section there, and it's kind of half slung down in a weird angle. Well, I say a weird angle, it's probably the natural angle for you to carry your gun if you're just carrying it one-handed. But it's a weird angle for me to glue it onto. That's what I'm saying, it's a weird angle. And then his Vox controller arm. And then the actual Vox pack itself, which does have a little Y section to go into his essentially braces, breeches, yeah, them things that hold your pants up, and strappy, them things. Yeah, there we go, nice and flush in there. So now we just glue him down onto the base, and then we build another one. And that gives us 2 Voxes. Ah! Don't do that. Guardsman, how dare you? I will get the commissar to... round through your head if you do not follow orders. Please don't ask where the voices come from. I don't know. Well, they come from my head, but I'm not sure why they come from my head. They don't always. Normally it's just me talking to myself. For some reason the camera makes it multiple people. Usually relevant to what I'm doing as well, which is not too bad, I suppose. It's not like it's just weird random people talking in my head. I've got enough of them. Well, I've got enough of weird random variants of me talking to myself in my own head. Make of that what you will. But it is weird. Definitely freaks me out sometimes. Where are we now? So now we want building up again. So 101, 100, so 100, 101, 99, 98, and so on and so forth. Same pieces, 2, 4, 6, same 8 pieces. 8 pieces. 8 pieces for a guardsman. What happened to the days when he used to just have his legs and just torso all in one? So that'll be 2 pieces, 2 arms, a head and a backpack. 6. 6 pieces. Why do they have to split it down into 8? Well, I know why they've done it for sprue maximization. Oh, sorry, sprue optimization. I'm using big words now for me this time of the morning. It must be something to do with the caffeine. Or lack of something. Either way, I'm getting scared because I'm using big words. No, you're too big. You're all right. There you go. 98 and 99. There we go. There we are. Again, I don't know why I struggled finding these. I've just clipped these out once. This is kind of why I'm doing it both at the same time. So if we've got one model, I'll do 2 versions of it. So the fact that it's going to try and make me build 20 bespoke models, and I'm going to say nope. No. I've got enough guardsmen sat in a box back there that even if I build these 20 to be 10 exact same, I can still jiggle them around to make them so that they're not. They're just kind of scattered throughout units. In fact, how many Voxcasters have I got? I may end up making too many Voxcasters at this rate. I might actually have more Voxcasters than I needed. And I'm about to make more. When what I really should be doing is making Frankenfile Guardsmen. Because silly me forgot to find out what I've actually got in Guardsmen. Especially when I spoke to Ramrod, who's the one who had got these off if you are in Discord. Not these, but all the others, the Baneblade and stuff. And he did try stripping some of the paint off a set that he got, like second hand, with Dettol. If anyone's used Dettol to try and strip models, yeah, it works. It does work, but it can also melt your models. Not a good thing. So he lost a few models in the process of trying to strip them. I've got BioStrip instead. It just takes about an hour and it's done. Good morning, Fargrim. You're at work. You're on break though. That's fine. That's fine. As I was saying earlier, if you're on break, then excellent. I know I'm not just essentially doing your boss's head in by stopping you working, but if you're not on break and you're in here, there's nothing I can do to stop it really. So sorry, Mr. Boss Person, if your staff isn't working, because I'm more interested in them doing whatever you've asked them to do. In which case, you really need to reassess your job roles, because if it's more interesting watching me than doing their actual job, whew, that's something. That's a bit of something, that, isn't it? That should not be happening, because, well, I've been known to bore people to sleep. So, what does that say about your job if you're watching me instead of working? Now, obviously, Fargrim, as is said, is on break. So that's a different matter entirely. You can do whatever you want on break. I personally would be stood outside having a cigarette. Not that I condone smoking. I'm just of the age where I can legally smoke. Whereas these people that are only about a decade younger than me that can't now. Never going to be able to smoke ever in their lives, which is quite a good thing. It does put a little bit of relief in my mind because I have children. And I know they're not going to be able to take up the silly little addiction that their father has. Well, at least one of them anyway. They can still buy plastic crack. No. I'm not taking my son to Games Workshop. He's aware of these models. He knows how fiddly they are. And he's showing more signs towards D&D than Warhammer, in fairness. He likes the idea of D&D. I need 118. Which should be around here somewhere. There it is. That's his FOD head. However you wish to call it, I suppose. His bonds. There's lots of different things that he could be. You could call his head, I suppose. But in this case, yeah, it's his FOD as I'm calling it. Even though his FOD is covered with an helmet. It's going to be really awkward to get a brush down the back of. But now we have two Voxcastery dudes. Okay. Nope. Oh, that's that sheet done. We've done that sheet. Don't criticise me for that. I'm sorry. Building reminder. Repeating instructions are for your second unit of models. Do not forget the shock troopers bedroll before moving on. Right, so what they've asked us to do here is essentially build the Vox guy, but build him differently. Don't build him as a Vox guy, build him as a gun guy. The good thing is I can always go back, and because I've not glued them in, I can always snip, put the other bits on. You know, kind of like I did with the Space Marines where I hacked my arm off and put a missile launcher on. Could do the same thing. So we've already used 100 and 101, so we can't do that one now. So he can't be done because we've built two Voxcasters. See, we've got a 27 and a 26, but he's got a different front on him. No, it isn't. Just right. This is the bits that I'm on about. See as it goes 26 and 28 there, and then all the way down here 29 and 28. But it says that part's 29, and it says that part's 26. Make your bloody mind up, Hachette. You absolute friggin' morons. Which one is it? Because it can't be both, can it? Alright, so 27 is definitely the back piece. 27 is the front piece. And 28 and 29 are the legs. So we're going to have two sets of these to do. That's one up there and then one right down at the bottom. So we're going to put both of those bodies together. As I said, we'll work it in twos. Basically, buddy system. Use the buddy system. That way you don't get lost at the airport. You do still get lost at the airport. It's just you and your buddy get lost at the airport. They never think that through, do they? If you've got a friend with you, you won't get lost. Yeah, what happens if you're both dumb as fuck? You're screwed, really, aren't you? I hope I've been on for over 5 minutes because I've just swore. I think I've been on for over 5 minutes now. In case anyone's wondering, that's the limit that YouTube give us as people who sit behind the camera or in front, people on the camera. We have to give it 5 minutes on live streams before we're allowed to swear. Otherwise, YouTube doesn't like to push us. And YouTube goes, no, they're bad for the algorithm. So we're not bad for the algorithm, you just don't like the words I use. Cretinous little finickety. Yeah, I know, I just use sounds instead of words because I'm not right in the head. Alright, so in this case we want, so if we find it like how it's laid out the same way. So that should be that way. So in this case, there they are, see? This is why I'm doing it in the thingy. So once I've clipped it out once. Oh no, I've not, Fagram, I have not. But that can be solved really easy. In the community part, did you say? You see, community part of my website. Not my website, my channel page. Visit community. Jean-Dux Brunical. I'm going to give it a like, but it is Sparkles who gets at the end of the day. It is Sparkles who gets told, well, who gets to tell us if we get to do it. But I've given it a like, and now I've found it. I'll tell Sparkles to go and have a look. And she may John Trubinicals. As long as it's not going to get me in political trouble, then I might put. Ooh, give something a Frenchy name. It's got a Frenchy name. Now, although I can slightly do the accent, it's one that I feel loath to do. I do feel loath to do a French accent. I'm English. Come on. It's the same as them going, the English pig dog. See? You know, the Frenchy foggies. We have a happy little relationship with France. We know we both don't like each other very much, but we get on. As long as it's against the Italians and Germans. It's weird. I mean, we do share Canada after all, so it's not like we can hate each other that much. Sorry for any Canadians at the moment. I'm joking. We don't share Canada. You just use our languages. I know. I'm having a joke. Har did you har? No? Alright then. 26 as it is then, I suppose. But yeah, I'm not sure how to John Clue. Is this the last bit? I'm not too sure about. I was expecting things like Jonathan Wick or Jonathan Zeekwick. Jean Zeekwick. To turn him into like a. Oh no! See, it's Northern, isn't it? Sorry, Northern. No, so I can't have. I can't have Jean Zeekwick as the gunslinger. That's just entered my head. Then that would have been good, but never mind. He is Northern. The assassin can be Jean-Luc. Bit. I forgot what it is now. I've just read it about 4 times. I've already forgotten it. I'm blaming it on morning. That's what I'm blaming on. The fact that it's daytime and early for me. Like 11 o'clock, almost lunchtime. But that's still early for me. I'm usually not up for at least another hour to 2 hours. Oh, Brinicles is a sudden icy death. So Jean-Luc Nicholas, he gonna kill you quickly. He gonna be a sudden icy death. He gonna take you out with his knives, and he's gonna stab you in the chest. He's the Secret Service penguin. He likes to skate around. He might not fly, but he's super stealthy, and he finds you, you're gonna die. Jean. He is the one. He got two little daggers and bushy brows, so watch out, 'cause here comes Jean. See, this is when you get most of the weird lads, is when I'm in the mornings. Because this is when my brain's not functioning properly. So if those of you are thinking, when's the best time to get Laz because he's doing his weird stuff? It's in the morning. Because I don't function. I've had to go to the vet and everything this morning. I had to go really early. Was not happy about that. I mean, I'm quite happy to go get the medicine from the vet. It's the fact that I should have done it days ago. And because I didn't, I had to get up early this morning. Which put me slightly behind on starting the stream, in fact, by about half an hour. It is what it is, though. We get through life. We do what we must. And we see what we're doing. Steve! Steve. What have you done to me? What have you done? I'm saying what have you done because you sent it me. I agreed to it. I admit I agreed. But you sent it to me. And now I've managed to go out and spend another 30 odd quid just to carry it on. Now I've still got a bit of waiting time to get the actual speaker system. But later on this afternoon I'm going rummaging through the big 5'7" pile of Warhammer for my squigs. I mean, I found squig riders, but I want the squig with the scratching out with mouth. Once I get him, I'm going to be very happy because I can start building my drummer. And I've got models to be guitarists, and I've spent money when I shouldn't have. But it's gonna work. It's gonna work. The genius that goes on in my head has decided that that is how it is going to work, and it is going to work, so I will get it to do what it should do like that. 2 more bases, 2 more bases, 2 more bases for these, 2 more bases, 2 more bases, 2 more bases for these guys. Oh, for God's sakes, I'm losing my mind. Graham, good morning. Good morning. I notice you're not halfway down the motorway today, which is a good thing. See, now what's the one of them's got a knife and one of them's got a gun. Because, of course, why wouldn't they? Right, so what's the knife? Knife's 33. So where the bleeding hell's that? That's 32. Does he need 32? No, he needs 31. That's 30. There's 33. So where the bleeding Nora's 31? "31 is supposed... Oh, 31's an arm and 33's a gun. Or 32's a gun, sorry. 31's an arm, 30... So 31, 32, 33. Because why wouldn't a standard just chunk of metal be really, really useful to you in a fight with laser guns? Just putting it out there. They've got laser guns and monofilament fibers that can go through to a molecular level. And this guy's going to have a big kitchen knife. Yep, you heard me. He's going to have a big kitchen knife. Makes all the sense in the galaxy, doesn't it? And he's not going to stand upright. And he's not standing upright because I've left some gubbins on his bottom. No worries, Falcon. You have a good day at work, and I shall see you later. As I said, Sparkles will give her opinion to me on whether or not I'm going to have a French character. Well, I say I am, whether or not she's going to allow a French character, because the entire magical world is hers. It is. As much as I'm doing the work for it, it is her base idea. So I can't really hijack it from her. I mean, I can, but I'll probably get a frying pan around the head or something. She's not abusive to me, I'm joking. Although she does scare Graham. But that's just because, well, she's used to being looking at me and me just being, just oblivious to whether or not she's angry at me. So if she gives anyone else those looks who's not used to it, I can understand a little bit why they might be like, she's scary. That's only because she's used to having to talk to me, and she knows how dense I am. So if she doesn't make it super blatantly obvious, then it doesn't get through my thick skull. How it works, that one. Sorry. You just don't want to stand up, do you? No. Nope. Stay there. This is not how I expected to have to stand these guys up to glue them, to get them to glue. It really wasn't. Because they're attached by a tiny little tuft of grass at the back of the frigging foot. So what? I'm going to try and glue these on. Or get them to stand up at least. And then in the meantime we have one guy in the middle who I can repeat, who appears to have a las gun. Right, so while we're waiting for them two to glue and stand in the most awkward positions possible, not even a full flat foot, just a little tuft of grass at the back because he's running along. Fucking idiot. So we want 17 and 18 as the legs now. Again, doubling up. 17 in this top corner and 18 further across. So that means it's probably going to be 15 and 16 for the bodies. Am I right? Am I right? Yes, I am. See, at least 17 looks like it's going to be a nice flat foot onto the base. Yeah, he's going to be stood nice and firm. I like this guy. This guy's good. He stands up. He's not half cut. He's not wasted. He's not trying to run down. Look at me, Sarge. Friggin' idiots. They are meat for the grinder after all, so we don't expect the most intelligence out of them, but... And the fact that they're running forward into the fray is a good thing. It's better than them running away and having to get shot by a commissar. Stand in line, soldier. Don't shoot until I tell you. They'll get here soon enough. 15 and 16 to make his body up. Do, 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 do. 15 and 16, they make his body up. Do, 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 boo, boo. Shoo, do, do. Front and back of his torso. 16 was the back, 15 is the front. And then again, we get to clip it all out of the other side, because we've got 2 sets of these. So there's the legs and body for number 1. And now I need to find the equivalent one on this side. So there's 17, 18, 15 and 16. Yeah, 15, 16, 17, 18. Learn to count and not in arc, because at that point it'd just be lots, wouldn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, lots. And that's how arcs count. Imperial Guardsmen, though, they can actually count properly. In High Gothic, anyway. I don't know what they do in the individual planetary dialects. They might count like orcs in their actual planetary dialects. But I know in High Gothic, they can count normally. High Gothic is essentially whatever you speak. So if you're in India, it's Indian. If you're in Spain, it's Spanish. If you're in French, it's English. Because, sorry. No, he's not. He's French for High Gothic if you're in France. It's whatever your local language is, wherever you're playing it. Makes it easier that way. Everyone can understand everyone. That is a good point, Steve. I am singing to myself, and I'm making up. It's not even like I'm singing to myself. It's just the words are coming into my head, and if they come out accidentally in some kind of rhythmic tune, then that's purely accidental. Because I can't sing. This is why I've asked people to help me with the orc song that I need for this upcoming project. So hopefully by the time I've finished the actual project, somebody's going to have actually used some of my samples and put them to music. And that means I can actually have an original piece coming out from the speakers. At least the first time I use it. Also, if it looks good enough, I'm allowed to try and see if I can get it set up into the DJ's booth at my wedding. Sparkles didn't think about that when I'm making lights all over this bloody thing. He's got Christmas tree lights and he's got EQ lights going up, and she said if it's good enough, I can use it at the wedding. I don't think she's realised what she's agreed to. She's agreed to let me use a sword, and I can have my own arc stage. I mean, come on. Yep, well, funny you should say that, Buzzard. Buy Me a Coffee should be down there, and his Patreon, so if you want to pay me to shut the fuck up, there is a way. Not that I'm expecting anyone to actually do it, because, well, I don't sing that often. Mostly in the mornings, as I said. These are the times when I'm probably functioning the best, but mentally I'm not quite in control. So these are always fun ones. But anyone wishes to pay me to shut the fuck up, you can do. Here's something. Stop fucking singing. No, I'm not gonna stop. I'm not gonna stop, 'cause nobody's gonna pay me. So I'll sing along, make the lyrics up, baby. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't have a clue. I'm just gonna sit here and sing for you. And it's for you, Buzzard. I'm dedicating this song to you. You know that I could have sang it for someone else. But now that you tell that you like me singing, I'm going to make this song just for you. And then I'm going to sing it and sing it and sing it until you've made me a brew. I need to sing for Buzzard. Buzzard likes me to stop. Good job Ali's not here. She'll have you for that one. Even Graham's telling me to shut the fuck up. Oh dear. Yo, your mornings is not the best time to catch me. That's the times when I'm going crazy. I'm most likely to go crazy anyway. 22 and 20. Oh, sorry, 20 and 21. What's 20 and 21? 20 and 21. They've got to be on here somewhere. Where? Well, that's the bloody question, isn't it? There's 20. There's 21. Right across the other side of that bit of a spray. No, Steve, we get a sword. The place where we're getting married to give you the option of they've got two swords. They've got two swords for the cake cutting, or you can use a standard knife. But Sparkle says I can use a sword, so I'm using a fucking sword. The one thing that she's only letting me use a sword as long as I agree not to take a run up. She's not going to like me taking a run up, apparently. I'm not allowed to do that. Especially because my friend's Clumsy. A lot of you will know, I've seen the name in Discord. Clumsy's making the cake for us. And I don't think Clumsy would be very happy if I took a run up and splattered the cake all over the place. Neither would anyone that's nearby, to be quite honest. You'll end up covered in cake. Yeah, actually, that's a good point, that, Graham. You're just as bad as me when it comes to the nutcase side. So, you can't tell me to fuck up. You sing all the time. You mutter to yourself. You do all the weird things. And I know the weird things because I do the weird things. As I found out, we do have this in common. And we have certificates now so we can do it in public without getting arrested. It's not as bad as it sounds, people. Don't worry. It's not as bad as it sounds. That made it sound really bad, that didn't it? You wouldn't get past it. If you come dressed as a Viking, I don't think Sparkles will let you past the front gate. There is a back door, though. Shit, she might be watching. Don't say shh. Sparkles, I'm only joking. Don't come down and hit me. Or if you do come down, can I have a brew? I've come to the conclusion I'm not going to go break part until I've done a good chunk of these. That's 2, 4, this will make 6, that's 8, so that'll be 2 more and then I'm like halfway through. I think that'll be an okay time to go for a break, but not beforehand. I mean, there's nothing stopping me really going for a break whenever I want. I'm a 40-odd-year-old man. But you get what I mean. I want to get something. I want to at least be here and get something actually done on the stream before I disappear for 5-10 minutes just to try and sort my head out. Yes, it is possible. Before anyone makes that joke, that is it possible, lads, for you to sort your head out? It is. Just maybe not quite in the way that everybody else does. I just end up as me. Just quieter. I don't know, there's a lot of you thinking, no, I've seen some of your other late night streams. You're not much quieter than this on those. I know, but it's a bit quieter. Less singing. More voices. But definitely less singing. I think Sparkles is probably upstairs trying to get some kind of rest and thinking, "Will you shut up?" But it's Wednesday, and she knows what Wednesday is. Wednesday is Combat Patrol Day. And especially if I've got 20 models to build, I need something to help me keep me sane. And, well, the more I get to talk to all of you, the less chances are I actually sing. Unless Buzzard says something like, "I will pay you to stop singing." At that point, I know he's not going to pay me, so I'm just going to start singing. Oh, we've done. Oh, Buzzard. Oh, you just remember, we've not even picked a song. We have not yet picked a song. Now, any females watching, you're probably going to be going absolutely bloody nuts at me. What do you mean you've not picked a song? How can you not have picked a song? What Sparkles are you dancing to? I have a very nice opinion of some people, though. But anyone who comes to watch me knows I'm joking, or at least I hope they bloody do. If you've not figured out that I joke a lot by this point, then I don't know who dropped you on your head. Well, you should definitely seek compensation for it. But yeah, we've not even picked a dance song yet. We see, Labyrinth was an option, and then we've got both was like similar music, but none of it's particularly suitable. And those that are easier to dance to are not necessarily the best songs to be listening to for a first dance. I mean, anything that's a nice, easy waltzy type song, that's easy to dance to. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and that's it. I've just got to swing Sparkles round in a nice big circle. Because I can kind of dance in Sparkles. Nope. Sparkles doesn't. Guardian number 3 for that unit. Cadian Shock Troop Guardian number 3 for the other unit. Now, by personality, some are looking in that direction, some are looking in that direction, or some are going. Ooh, you started to watch Fallout the series. We started watching Freerun last night, for any of you anime lovers out there. And I got the complaint of, "Where's the big anime super fight?" And it took ages before I even got anything close to an anime super fight. I was not happy. This is the half and half one, isn't it? This guy. I'm going back to these two now because he needs his thingy arm. And the other one just has 30 and 31. And the other one has 31 and 32. God, and Bennett. Well, the 30's out on that one. And that's the one with the special weapons. So they're going to be on these ones. I hope. I think I found them all earlier. Yeah, 31 and 32, which is the single-handed carrier. Because he's the one who's the smartest man in the 40k universe. He's a basic human with a kitchen knife. He's a clever, clever dude, isn't he? All the other things, power knife, power swords, power fists, thunder hammers, lightning claws, huge choppers, power claws, huge warp axes, and lots of other weird and wonderful things. What's he got? Friggin' steak knife. The closest thing to Chuck Norris. He might not do roundhouse kicks, but he's got his steak knife. and he'll go charging at whatever you want him to with his big whopping steak knife. Now this is the awkward bit because the actual join point is just that tiny little bit there. So one more episode, Steve. Well, Wednesdays. Does that mean it's on again tonight? A new episode tonight? Not that I've watched any of the Fallout series. Isn't it a Prime series, that one? We do have Prime, but we don't watch much on it. It's mainly for the fact to get deliveries quicker. More than anything else, we don't actually watch much on Prime. We probably should. There's supposed to be a few good shows on there. Yeah, his flashlights have run out of batteries, so he's got to stick them with a big old steak knife. It's not even like it's even close to like something like a chopper, you know, in size and weight comparison. Because even as chunks of, there you go, make sure he's like raw, legging it at you. They want him more like, but I want him nah. I want him to be screaming at him as he's decking it forward. Now I could do 2 of these now, couldn't I? Technically. Which the bits I'm missing. Yeah, I could do 2 Start Raving Lunatics with guns. Not with guns. I want 2 Start Raving Lunatics with knives. This one is going to be trying to shank someone though, rather than choppy. Because I can't have them looking the exact same. It would be weird, wouldn't it? Says the guy who's got about 14 copies of the exact same model moulding of Space Marine. You're supposed to put bedrolls and things on these to give them all personality and character. Or you can do what I'm doing and wait until later on when you want to find out who's doing what. So he's going to be running around trying to shank you like that, and he's going to be running around trying to smash you in the head. See? I didn't think they'd be on the YouTubes. It's great that they are because you get to watch them. But I didn't think they'd be on the YouTubes. But then again, there's all sorts of stuff on YouTube. There's the kind of fan-made Star Trek toss last year. So the 4th and final voyage, because it was supposed to be a 4-year thing that they was doing. And they only did 3 series. And each series was supposed to be a year. So they've managed to get Scotty's son in there involved as well, which is good. And that's supposed to be fun. And I keep forgetting what it's called, so I never get a chance to actually go watch it. Irritating? Yes. End of the world? Not at all. But then you've got the RoboCop series that's on there as well. I think it's about 4 or 5 episodes long. And that's an interesting one. I mean, really bad TV movie, but still an interesting one. I'm not going to spoil it for anyone who does wish to watch. But they are on there. Especially if you're a Trekkie fan and you feel like you've been let down by the recent series. So if you're a Trekkie and you don't like the more recent series that they've put on and think that they have destroyed it, apparently going back to watch that new TOS fan series is pretty good and will not disappoint. From what I've heard, anyway. As I said, I have not actually seen it, so please don't take my word as verbatim for that. I need heads and I need to put his gun back, 'cause it's fallen off and I was rushing. Hold his gun on. Wait for it to finish. Now this is the one who's going to stab you, not slice you, so be nice to him. Yes, I am on coffee instead of tea. That's because I need to be conscious. And we're going to nick the same two heads. That's 119 and 120. He's shouting. He's shouting. He's got to be the one that's going, ah! He can't be. If you got you. Yeah, you need to be shouting. So, Mr. McShouty Face, come on down. Ah, shit. Dropped a bit of glue. It's only a waste of a drop, but still, every drop counts. Especially when you're doing really small things. I can't believe I've still got loads to do. Like, not drop the head. See, complete start raving nutter. There he is, screaming and shouting as he's running forward as his flashlight runs out and he's going to stab you instead. And that means 119 gets to be the other one, who's not screaming, shouting, and is just a little bit more serious. Don't ask what. Yeah. Don't. It's. You'll get used to me after a while if you stick around long enough. If not, thank you for calling in anyway. But if you want to come back, you know how to use YouTube, I hope. Slap that like button, hit the subscribes and stuff. And then we all end up having fun old parties together. Well, I say fun old parties together. We get to chat and talk, and you get to send me off on completely random tangents by saying something in chat, and I think of something else, and off we go. Brew o'clock. Cheers. Well remembered, Graham. Well remembered. Right, so we've done him twice. That's why we've got the two. And we've done him once. Oh shit. Yeah, I didn't think about that. We've only done him once. So let's have a look on here and make sure we've not actually, and make sure it is working and layering up right. So he did not come from those sprues. Right, he must have come from these sprues then. I like candy and I like eating things. I don't know why I'm sat singing these. Right, there is there. So where's the missing gaps? There are no missing gaps. Huzzah! Right, give me the special weapons, guys, please. Right, plasma gun. You're getting done twice. And he's not telling me anything about the grenade launcher. Yeah, that's usually how I tell the same things, like, I've got a headache. Oh yeah, I've not drank. Right, okay, I'm just going to do 2 plasma dudes then. Sod you. 2 plasma gunners. Which starts at 17 and 18. Which I'm hoping are nice and easy to find. Because like there's 16, where it was anyway. 79s, 80s, 80 odds, 90s. No, they're not on that sprue. Why would they be on the same sprue as the plasma gun? See that there? Plasma guns. Why would you put the rest of the model on the same sprue as them? Why? That just would make sense, wouldn't it? Why would you do something daft like that? Ooh, I can hear my computer having a hissy fit. I'll just say 17 and 18 for the legs. And I know I've not got my glasses on, but my eyes aren't that bad that I still can't read these. So no, it's definitely... Oh, I see shovels. I know I'll get a bit too excited over shovels. I should either be a Kriesman or an Armageddon Steel Legion player, but it is what it is, and I got given a crap load of Cadians. 17 and 18. Have I already used these or something and I wasn't supposed to? But I can't even... Oh, I have. Okay, fair enough. I've already used 17 and 18. Not a problem. Flamer guy. I don't want to use a flamer guy. I'll make 2 of them into plasmas instead. And they are 47 and 48. For the legs. That's the problem with doing duplicates and building up not the way it wants me to. It does make it a little bit difficult sometimes because it tells me to use stuff that I've already used. So in this case, 47 and 48, even though it's supposed to be the flamer guy, is gonna be the plasma guy. Again, if you're ever seen me do any of these, you will understand that a lot of the time I just throw what they want me to build out of the window and build whatever the hell I like, loosely following their build guide. Tis the autism. Tis autism. Sadly enough. 45, 46. There's 45. And there's 46. 46 is there. And 45 is there. I've not got the diagnosis for the AUDHD. I have fucking too many letters. Yeah, I've not got that one yet. But apparently I show very high signs of it. But I don't want that one. Because they label me enough as it is. Dickhead, arsehole, wanker, cunt. You know, stuff like that. And now they started giving me official medical ones as well. So, don't go away. I'm perfectly normal. It's everybody else who's weird. Right. Legs and body. Now you get this. And you go, right, where's their legs and bodies come from? And then you get the body from that. Clip. Clip. That's back of him. And then you get the front of him from there. And we get to do 2 plasma guys, and then I got to go make a cup of tea and top up on nicotine because I'm starting to feel weird at the back of my legs. And I know it sounds odd, so why would nicotine stop you feeling weird at the back of your legs? It wouldn't, it just lets me get up and move. Which is one of the things I have issues with. So while I'm able to, I like to. And I'd rather take a small break so it doesn't completely screw the stream up than try and force my way through and end up having to stop the stream because I'm an idiot and I've tried to force myself through an episode. Or a non-epileptic episode. You know them things that when last time I had to have Sparkles come down and basically end the stream for me because I couldn't move. Those things. Have you really just said, oh, somebody's going to get a mouthful when I get outside. I really can't believe they just sent me that text message. What a bunch of dicks. Don't worry, it's nothing really. Well, it isn't nothing, but it's nothing that anyone else can do. So, I'm going to have to do it. Oh, Sparkle's one of us. But Sparkles is asleep. I think. I hope. If she's not asleep, then I've been way too loud. Snip off the number limits. Snip them, snip them, snip them down. We all like to make sure it's ground. Sand it. I'll scrape it. I'll clip it off with me, and then we'll get it flush so glue just see. Get in there, you little shit. See? Like that. Sometimes you've got to be aggressive with it. Force the damn thing to do what you want it to do. And if it ain't going, make it. Sounded wrong, done it? Never mind. Said it now. Don't do editing. Tough shit. This is the great thing because all sorts can come out of my mouth and it stays up pretty much. I've forgotten what I've said through most of my streams. And I could have said all sorts of really, really bad stuff and I just don't remember. About 20 years down the line, YouTube's going to come up to me and go, you said that. I said, did I? I don't remember. We've got proof I could have been AI. That was prevalent at the time. You know, just as the robots are kicking your door in. Take us all to the silent camps. So now that we've actually got the bodies done, we can go back up to the legs, so the arms of the plasma gun and find out what arms we need to equip with the plasma gun. In this case, it is 22 and 23. 22 being the actual plasma gun itself, which is up there. Please say we've actually got 23. Yeah, it's that one. So we do have 22 and 23. Awesome, we can actually do the plasma gunners. Good. Snippety. Snippety. Pop, pop. Well, pop on that one anyway. 22. 23. Whew. We'll be getting there, people. We'll be getting there. Yeah, they've tried that one already, Steve. They've tried that one already, trying to get those people to come and knock on our doors. Like, are you thinking straight? I'm thinking perfectly fucking fine, mate. It's you that ain't. Because you're the one that's thinking you can control what's in my head. And if you could really control what's in my head, you wouldn't be stood there talking to me right now because of what's going on in my head. It's nice being on the right side of crazy. Because there are some people on the wrong side of crazy. Those are the ones you really want to look out for. Absolute friggin' nutters. Right, you are supposed to go into there and not drop on the floor, or table should I say, and then let me line up the arms. Come on, be a good boy, be a good boy, come please, please. It's thought police kicking down your door. The thought police is screaming out for more. They come to see you in the night. Gather your families scared to fight. In the vans like we've seen before, and we'll fight back one and all once more. The thought police, they're coming down your doors. The thought police, they'll scream at you, of course. You think how they want, or you'll go with them. Children, women, especially men. The loaders up in carts like and but the chattel we will fight to defend, 'cause we're not the ones who've done the wrong. We're the ones who'll sing this song. We'll fight back to the very last. You can take your thought police and shove them in your ass. So the fun days that I'm lost and finish your first 5 limited edition dice today, did you, Graham? Awesome. At last just pulled them and finally rediscovered the recipe of them. Now to sand and ink when you're not working. It's a good idea to do it when you're not working, or when you just working's just got a bit too much for you and you're going, no, fuck it, I'm taking a break. I'm gonna scrub and sand these things. I got another shouty man. I found another shouty man. I like the shouty ones. Because let's face it, if I was facing orcs, I wouldn't be stood there going, ooh, isn't that pretty? I'd be going, ah, as well. And you look fun because you've got goggles. I should really think about the fact that I have to paint these and not just think of the ones that look cool. Should actually look at the ones that I think I could actually paint. Right, 2 blobs of glue. And then we get the Rogues Den Hobbies break. This is not sponsored by Rogues Den Hobbies. Just so you know, it is not a paid promotion. At least I don't think it is. As far as I'm aware, to get a paid promotion, you get money for that. I'm not saying Graham wouldn't give me money if it was available, but it's not the agreement we have. So, no money past his hands, so it's not a paid promotion. So YouTube's rules can go stick it. You think you're advertising someone? I'm advertising a friend. That has nothing to do with YouTube, so it's not like I'm doing a YouTube channel. And lots of other things, which is awesome. So, in that case, we put up the scroll and we go, ha! And that's up now. And I need to find some music, don't I? Which, of course, I have to go for DRM free. So that will probably mean Arius Nation. Because he does some quite good music, actually. He has some new stuff out as well. So let's see what he's got in new playlists. Backroad song, that sounds wrong. Workout instrumental. No. Who is Cletus Copperpot? No, you're alright. Don't want the metal remixes. Or a holiday one. Certainly don't want to go K Hunters. We're going back to Starbound. We are going back to the Starbound. I shall be back soon. Enjoy yourself. Go get yourself a cup of tea or coffee or whatever you're doing. And I'll be back after I've started on right now.
A crowded show, floodlights in the undertow. Every face was a mirrored flame. Every voice still calls my name. We were sparks against the dark. Every lyric lit a mark. Still I feel it, still it stays. Calling through the the sound remains. Every song still runs in our veins. We'll never fade, we'll never fold. These echoes never get old. Suburban skies, dreams too big for a town this size. Every street feels like a cage. Every mile is another stage. We're burning faster than the ground. Every silence makes a sound. Chasing signals out of sight. Runaway hearts into the night. Like runaway satellites we fly. we can't explain. Cover stories, different names. Signals fade into the skies, running wild under starlit lines. We're not the saints they thought we'd be. We're chasing ghosts they'll never see. Every secret, every fight, we were sparks against the night. We made starlit alibis, falling fast but still alive. We were reckless, we were free, lost in our own history. Every street, a forgotten stage, echoes drifting past the age, broken truths that we can't erase. Constellations mark this place. We're not the saints they thought we'd be. We're chasing ghosts they'll never see. Every secret, every fight, we were sparks against the night. We made starlit alibis, falling fast but still alive. We were reckless, we were free, lost in our own history. Signals calling from above, broken youth and dying love. Shouting louder, we won't hide. This is where we're still We made starlit alibis, falling fast but still alive. We were reckless, we were free, lost in our own history. Fading like a signal into the night.
And boom, we are back. Hello. Hello. So thank you for waiting, everybody. Let's carry on, shall we? So what have we just done? We've just used the flavor body guy to put plasma guns on. You know something? Sorry, I'm going to go melt it and plasma. If I can't have it, then it's my own fault. So the melter guy is part 79 and 80 for his legs. 77, 78, 79 and 80. So it's a big chunk. All in one section, I hope. And that's 77 and 78. So now I need 79, which is there, and 80. So them two there, and them two there. 2 legs. Steve, it's friend. It's Dan. It's Dan Arias from Embrace the Suck. Oh, what was Embrace the Suck? I believe him and Spencer have shut that channel. I've stopped running that channel now, and Daniel's kind of bumped off on his own stuff. But yes, it is copyright. Well, he's allowed me to do it. So if anyone else was to use it, he does have the right to turn around and go, hang about, that's mine. No, you're not having it. But because, yeah, we're friends, he says, yes, I can use it. So it's technically not 100% copyright free. I've had to get permission to use it, first of all. But, yeah. That's why I call it copyright free, because it's copyright free for me. I just make sure I tell people that I'm using Daniel Arias's, or Arias Nation, as the channel is called. I'm using the music from there. That way if anyone wants to go find it, they can just type Arias Nation. And they'll find him. If they want to go find out what other type of music he does. Because a lot of it is AI. Because he's not actually a musician. So his is subject to whatever they say it's going to have to be. 83 and 84, which are right next to each other. That's good. Now these are going to be other awkward ones, like the plasmas, where the wrist has got to go into the, well, yeah, the hand's kind of got to slot into the back of the gun, which isn't the easiest. I'd rather have a hand and the wrist goes into it. Gives you more of an exact positioning, rather than a little tiny ½ mm pin. So that's one. No, it's not the one with the flamer on. It's the one with the sandbag. And the sandbag goes there. No. No, the sandbag goes there. And that makes it this little section here. Essentially that we're cutting out. So them two body pieces, 2 legs, and 2 arms. Again, the heads don't really matter. You can put whatever heads on that you want. So if you can tell the difference between the females and the males, and you want all females, you can put all females. Or all males. I can't tell the difference at this point because they're all grey. So I may have put females on, I may have put males on. I don't know. I'll find out when I'm painting. He will come to you tonight, but it's not his actual voice. So his voice isn't on them. As I said, a lot of it is AI. So it'll be AI voices and things. Speaking of which, I need to close that because it's taking up valuable resources. Valuable resources. Oh yeah, the legs. I forgot which part was clipping out then. 79 and 80 are the bits that I want now. So there's 80, which is 1 leg. And there's 79. Now this is not the way the magazine's actually telling you to put it together. So if you wish to follow the magazine exact, then fair free. Oh, Chemical Bromance. Does he sound? Yeah, some of his songs do have a bit of that emo rock thing going on. He's kind of from that era. He is a bit younger than me. Not by much, but enough for where I'm more nu metal, he's more emo. If we're going to put it kind of eras like that. So there's not that much difference, but enough that I wasn't listening to My Chemical Bromance. Right, that's empty. So we have the next two guys ready, or at least kind of ready. Two 25mm bases. Let's start putting them together. Let's just get the pieces in the right places-ish. And then we get the legs. And we have a look how these legs go. And it's only a very, very little slot in this one, so it's not too bad. Put a little dollop of glue in that bit. And then slot the two legs together. Ooh, don't lean on the desk that hard, lads. Come on, you know better than this. So, now we've got the legs together. We get the front of his torso. And glue along where his waist-ish would be. And that hopefully slots in nice and neatly up in there. Up in there, up in there. I'm gonna make... Sorry. I was almost singing then again, weren't I? People have already said they're willing to pay for me to shut up, so I can't be that good of a singer. Oh, I already know I'm not that good of a singer. Tone deaf is something that you can use to describe my method of singing. And then a little bit of glue around the insides there. So then we can pop the back of him on. Or her on. I don't know what head they're going to have yet, so could be either. And then ew, look at that nubbly bit on the bottom of his foot there. See that? That is just not good. It's weird. It's the copyright actually comes from the people from the program that creates it, rather than the actual YouTuber themselves. But it's the YouTuber who has to initiate it and go, it's this software, it came from here, so you're not supposed to use it because that was created for this person and this person and this for this reason and this reason. It is weird that you can copyright AI. It is odd. It's like when I use Sonos for a couple of tracks. Sonos made sure that it got his name on the YouTube video. When I actually use that music. So I do have some AI music of my own. But to put it together in the list that I wanted it to, I've not managed yet. So I didn't put it on. I need to put it into a playlist so I can just stick it going. Then I can put like Concrete Jungle and the Weird Orc song. And not my Orky Okie songs. Just Weird Orc songs. Let's see what everyone else does. Joey! I'm getting married in October, mate. I can't. I mean, I even had to give up on a trip just popping over to York. On weekend just passed, I ended up having to not go because I'm saving for a wedding and my cat needs a blood test. So there's another 100 and odd quid down the drain for a blood test. Just so they can go, yeah, we'll keep selling you medication. Let's face it, they're not going to stop selling us the medication because we fucking buy it every time. And at this point in my kitty cat's life, it's a bit redundant to go, oh, but you might be doing her some harm. She's 18, for fuck's sake. get married in Paris. We've already booked the venue. I mean, I could have a word with Sparkles. I don't know how many evening guests we've got left available. I do have a few people coming that are a bit... Well, they're not family and they're not local. But they're still on the guest list. So I could have a word with Sparkles if you really wish to come over from Paris, but I will have to speak to her about it. Especially because when it comes to the guest list, my side kind of outnumbers hers. You don't have any bloody Nomo? What? You've confused me now, Joey. Buzz's got an idea. I do all the work and call it mine and claim. It is backwards and greed. But in the case of Dan, if you ask him, he'll let you use it. You just got to ask. Just got to say, am I alright using that? And you're not going to... And he'll more likely say, yeah, go ahead. Just let people know where you got it from so they can come and see it on the actual channel that he's done. And he's quite laid back when it comes to it. Just speak to him first. Basic common decency. If you're going to take something from his channel and put it on your channel, let him know, or at least ask him. Because at the moment it is on his YouTube channel as an original piece of work. Which, AI or not, it is still an original piece of work. And it just helps to avoid making sure that I need to open this up to the YouTube friends. Yes and no. I have limited spaces, you see, because the venue only holds so much. And of course we do have to put family in there as well. Not to say that none of my online friends have been invited. There are a couple that are coming. One of them does happen to be my photographer though, so that's kind of a not really getting an invite as a guest. You're invited to work, but we're also having a selfie mirror thing, so during the evening people can go up and have pictures taken on their own accord, and I get a copy of all that as well. Well, I do have some people coming over from YouTube, or should I say from online. Graham will be making it over. But expanding it further, right, Beaky's getting involved now. Beaky's getting involved, so God knows what's happening. Although, Joey, if you do get a chance to meet up with Beaky, take it. Take it. Good guy. It's a good guy, and I think you'll both get on. I think you'll both get on. You could prove me completely wrong by not doing. Well, yeah, I think you'll get on. I need an head. I need a head. No, Joey, it's not going to be one of them fancy hard strong. I mean, we are getting... In fairness, the building's quite nice. I'll send you the link to the building if you want to actually see the place I'll be getting married. But everything's going on in that one place, so ceremony and reception will all be happening at that one. No moving about. No horse and carriages and no cars and things. Because we're... Yeah, that reminds me, we've got to go give notice. We'll have to do that next week. I'm busy this week. I'm at bloody hospital tomorrow. Sparkles has an appointment this afternoon with another specialist. Not for Sparkles, but it's kind of just to help her deal with me, kind of. Yeah. Sparkles has to go places to be told how to deal with me. That's not good, is it? Next. So both of these are kind of the same. It's just very marginal. So one's saluting. I've got his hands up like that anyway. I see that would be difficult because yeah, it's on, instead of changing gear with that hand, you're used to changing gear with, because you're sat on the other side of the car, right? That makes sense. Wow, something actually makes sense to me. Joey, you should be scared. Something you've said makes sense to me. The fact that anything makes sense to me is a bloody miracle in the first place. 38 and 39 for 2 sets of legs, which are down here. 38, 39. Then we have 36 and 37. And then it's going to want us to do different things with different arms. Don't have Tommy Robinson, Jesus Christ. If he turns up anywhere near my town, it's kicking off. $38, $39. Right said Fred. I wouldn't know, actually, to be quite honest. I don't particularly want media coverage for it. Sparkles is not as open about being photographed for public use and having her face available for people to just go, ooh, I know that. She's not as comfortable with it as I am. So, whereas I wouldn't have too much of a problem if somebody turned up that was famous, I'd be alright. Because at the end of the day, it's my wedding. You might be famous, but the day's about us. Then again, if Right Said Fred turned up, I'd be really, really good. What is the date? I will send you more specific details. I don't know if I've actually said it outright on the channel what the dates are. So, just for the sake of Sparkles' sanity. Oh, I've got to go open the door. One moment, people. I believe my eldest is back home from college. Yes, it was the eldest coming home from college, so I just had to get the door there. Sorry about that. But they come first, I have to let them in. $40 is his hand. Or one of his arms. And then 41 is his gun, which is all the way over here. So what I shall do, Joey, is I shall send you a link to the venue so you can see where it is. I'm actually what building type of thing it is I'm going to get married at, and I'll send you details of dates if you really wish. But I'm lost now. Where am I lost? What have I done? I'm that way around, that's why. And now I need to find out the bits that are clipped out, which are all there down at the bottom. That's okay. But I will have to speak with Sparkles as to who goes on the list. We've not finalised our wedding list yet at the moment. Now you're thinking, right, said Fred. Trooper, hello. Oh, sorry. Throoper, hello. How are you doing? Yeah, I've been slacking as well. I should have done half of these last week. Instead, I thought it was going to be only 5 models last week and 5 models this week. I didn't realise it was going to be 10 models in each set. And now I've got to put 20 models together in one go. All fun. All fun. It has to get done sooner or later. I'm not painting them all today, though. No way. Not a chance. I'm not even sure if, because looking at the time and how long it's taken me to get through them, I'm not even sure I even managed to get the reading part done today. Hopefully I will. And that'll leave us straight into missing next week. And then a double stream the week after, which will be build in the morning, read in the afternoon. Or read in the evening, should I say. I'm too sexy for my power suit. Too sexy for my power suit. You get out of my way. You puny little thing. I am a space marine, and I am going to win every way. And it's 41, isn't it? That I want. Yeah, because I don't want the up by his hand head. I don't particularly like the look of that one, so I'm just going to make them both. Hold the lad's rifle in front of them. So that's what? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. So I've got 8 models left to put together. You know, they don't make it easy, do they? They don't. They do not. I actually got it right the first time. Throoper Hobbies. Well, I had to... It come up there on screen blue, and I couldn't read the name, so I had to go look down at my phone where it comes just normal colours. And then go, oh, that's what it is. So I may have got it right, but I had to double take to make sure. Although getting it right is a bloody miracle for me. I've got to say, it is a miracle for me. Especially at this moment in time when my head is telling me to sing. Well, half my head's telling me to sing. The other half of my head's telling me, no, don't. People leave when you sing. And then you have no one to talk to, you blithering idiot. So don't do that. Like, Buzzard's already threatened to pay me to not sing. But I can't not sometimes, so... Oh, what was that? Who are you? And why? I don't recognise that number. Go away. Because if you knew me, then you wouldn't be phoning me right now. Which means they don't know me. So they can jog on. Especially when it starts 0333. That's never a good one. Oh, loads of bolt action. Oh, bolt action. I've not even tried that yet, but it's going to be similar to these guardsmen, essentially, isn't it? Lots and lots of rank and file infantry. Some having slightly different weaponry than others. And some having slightly different roles, more elitish roles. So you have your anti-tank guys with demolition charges and whatnot. And then you'll have your ones with your rifles, maybe 1 or 2 with grenades. If you're playing more modern enough, then you might even have a bazooka or a rocket propelled grenade launcher, depending which faction you're playing, I suppose, as well. Because not everybody has access to all the same stuff, in bolt action or in 40k for that matter. Right, let's get these guns on. No, let's get the bases first. Bases. You're going to be awkward ones that are going to have to use this. Please don't say I've got to use the bloody paint pots again, or the paint things again to get you to stand up. Please just stand up. Please. Son of a... So we get the 2 paint thingies. And we try our best. Or I suppose we could just hold it in place. And get it to balance like that. That'll do. That'll do. He stood up. Look, see? You say people actually play this game, and not many people around me actually do, which is why I've ended up becoming a collector as opposed to a collector and painter as opposed to a player. There is one person nearby who does still collect and could play if we ever bothered to actually arrange a game. But I know I'm facing either Tau or Necrons if I arrange that game. And knowing what you're facing before you even go into it is a bit of a taboo, because I know what I'll be facing if I'm facing Necrons. I'm facing Scarfect Destroyers. I'm facing mostly Warriors. And some Lords and things. I think he's got 1 Locust Heavy Destroyer, but only 1. So there's only going to be 1 big threat to any vehicles that I have. And other than that, as long as they avoid melee with the Locusts, with the other ones, the what are they called? The newish ones, the ones with the ones that have the like tripod legs. What are they called? Scarfex. Yeah, you've got the Obsidian. Is it Obsidian Destroy? There, yeah, them ones. And then you've got Scarfex as well. Now my closest game store is probably actually War Office. The War Office, but that's quite a small place. Whereas the closest big place to play would be Element Games. And why do these arms not want to fit? Oh, because I'm trying to fit the wrist in the wrong place, that's why. There we go. I'm trying to put the wrist in the wrong place, that's why it's not fitting. Oh, you live in Canada? Then you probably have lots more local game stores than I do. Even though I live in England, you would imagine a smaller country being a lot closer together. It'll be easier to get local game stores, but apparently not in the northwest of England. You've got a couple, but unless you live close enough to them, then they're a bit of a trek, let's face it. I'm okay. Joey wants to know if he can come. Joey wants to know if he can come to the wedding. He's going to be in Paris round about that time.
Yeah.
Yeah? Did you hear that, Joey? Did you hear that? Sparkles said yes. Chuff me. So I know there's a few other people who may wish to come and are in Discord. If you are one of those people, please message Sparkles and see what she says. Ooh, where was is Bolt Action made in Canada? Or is it made in the UK? I don't know, actually. I honestly don't know where Bolt Action's made. I feel bad not knowing that now. Anyway, let's get 2 heads clipped out. 4, 5, 6, 7. So that leaves 6 to go. 3 for each unit. That means I've got to do a load of time. Yeah, once I'm finished with this, Joey, I'll start sending details and stuff. What date is the Browns game? You're gonna have to ask Steve. I don't have control over the full list. And I've already taken up to the point where I've got a lot of my family coming already, and technically anyone else getting invited now is being invited on Sparkles' side. So, yeah. And obviously there's going to be quite a few odd people there. And a very, very mismatched group you will be. This is going to be quite possibly the weirdest wedding I've ever attended, and it's going to be my own. Oh, this is brilliant. Right. Next one, 60, 61, oh sorry, 58, 59, 60, 6 to 1. And this is another Lasgun guy. Yeah, 62, 63. Making up his gun. Pardon me. So I think, what are we at? 1661. So there's 1661 in that bottom corner down here. All the way down there, if you see. You didn't want to go to Manchester anyway. Buzzard, if you would have wanted to have come, you simply should have said. You know this. But I also know that you have things that you need to do, so I try not to encroach on a lot of your time, because I know you have things. You have family things, just like I do. So I try not to encroach, but you're one of the few that probably wouldn't have had to ask Sparkles. I'm saying probably because I can't say for certain, because she might give me a really dodgy look at me and going, who are you talking about? And then I say Buzzard and she goes, all right, okay. If she said yes to Joey, I would be miffed if she said no to you. What do you mean you're letting Joey come and you're not letting Buzzard come? But we're going to have to go through that listing. I've got a feeling I'm going to be knocking a few people off the list just so I can fit other people on. But actually, while I remember, because I'm an idiot... yeah, Buzzard didn't want to go to Manchester, and, well, Graham's coming and doesn't want to go to Manchester. Fair enough. Fair enough. I'm just going to quickly go grab something off my channel and send it over to Joey. Because there should be some stuff that's... Well, this one is hidden. This was a hidden video, which is... why it's a bit weird. Let's go through that one. And then we want to find in my contact list There it is, first one to come up. So we paste that there, and then we put in the date. And then Joey can go find out where it is that I'm actually getting married. And boom goes the everything. That's leg, body, body. And 62 and 63 for arms. 63's there. Really small one, that one. And 62 is there. However, Buzzard, if you do want to come, just let me know, mate. We'll make room for you. Oh, so they were made in the UK. Thank you, Throuper. So they're made in the UK. A lot of games are made in the UK, in fairness. It's almost like we've got a perpetual need to stop ourselves being bored. So, yeah, we're taking all the ones from down here again. Leg number one. Let's get this right way around now so I'm not getting confused. There we go. Arm number one. Because there is similar arms right next to each other. Arm number two. Now, Joey, you know when you said open it up to the YouTube community, you are aware that a lot of the people that you're probably referencing for that are actually on the other side of the ocean. And as much as they may like me, I don't think they'll come over. Because it's going to be a lot of money, let's face it. Flights, hotels, things like that. And not just that, I'm going to have to extend the amount of people that I'd have to have, which is going to probably cost me about another £1.5 grand on top of what we're already paying. It's expensive getting married. It is expensive getting married, people. Just so you know. If you are planning it, save up more than 500 quid. It does cost more than that. Now, I've got to, see, I'm not 100% sure if some of the stuff... Oh, yeah, I mean, it might be cheap coming in that time of the year. Obviously, if the Browns game's on the same day, you won't be making it because you'll be in Paris. The main reason you're coming over to Europe is to watch the Browns game. I understand that. However, I missed out on the last... I say I missed out. I didn't manage to make it for the last one. You and Mick T again. You and Mick T. I heard from Twisted yesterday. Couple more things he's having done to make sure that his jawline is right. He'll be back soon, don't worry. I think he's recently put an update up. Has he put? I think he has put an update up on his Dreadnought base. And he sent me a picture of how far he's got with the Dreadnought. It's looking good. He's just not worked on the full sarcophagus part yet. He's still working on the base and the legs, but he's still around. Don't worry. He's just taking it a little bit easy at the moment. He's Twisted, which, as we all know, he kind of needs to, really, doesn't he? I'm surprised you both didn't get arrested in London. You and Mick T in London. Yeah, one of you should have got arrested, otherwise something's not right. Or did you just scare the police off with being a loud American and a Yorkshireman? It's like, no, we're only London police. We're not equipped to deal with this. Why isn't that going on? Because I'm putting it on wrong, that's why. I was wondering why the front torso's still not going on right. Why? There we go. Got it. I'll get in the back of the torso on this one first because the front bit's wobbly. Yeah, well, you will do. You will do a lot of walking in London. It's a bloody big city. And all the stuff you want to go see is nowhere near each other. Well, some of it is. I mean, House of Lords and House of Parliament and stuff are not too far from each other. Then you've got to go Buckingham Palace, London Tower Bridge. Plus, and whatever stadium it was you was going to watch at. That's going to have been a trek and a half to go there. I mean, in my case, you'd be coming to a very small little town. Which I am not advertising on YouTube. For all those thinking, oh, he's about to tell us where he lives apart from Manchester. Nope. Not happening. Not happening at all. I live in Manchester. That's as close as I'm willing to say on YouTube. Obviously, I know there's some of you in the chat at the moment going, yeah, but I actually know where you live. I've been to your house. I've sent stuff to you. It's like, yeah, I know you lot do, but general populace don't. See, 45-minute walk. 45-minute walk. Although saying that, there's the place where Graham's staying when he comes over. He's going to have to get a taxi. He's going to have to jump in a taxi and rather than walk it, because it's not walking distance from where he's staying. Which, speaking of which, Graham, have you bought that yet? I certainly hope so. Or are planning to soon. Just because, well, I'm as bad as you, mate, and if it ain't done, it's in my head. And I've got a long list of things that needs to be doing in my head at the moment. But that is one of them. Which also possibly means that I'm going to have to send links to Joey. Unless he is going to do a dash over, like stay with Ezra or Steve or Mick T. If he's staying with Ezra or Mick T, though, it's gonna be quite a travel, because I live on the other side of Pennines to them. I live on the same side as Steve. So that's not too bad. Don't live in the same city, just live on the same side of the Pennines. No worries, man. No worries. But it is in your head and your heart, and you are just waiting for it. Fair enough. Because I'm not in Yorkshire. No siree, Bob. Oh, does that mean Joey's just responded? Where's this all come? Yep, Joey's just put a heart on it, that's all. Okay. More exact details, let me know, Joey, and I can give you postcodes and things so you can narrow it down closer to the time. And if you are going to have family members with you, can you let me know as soon as possible? So then I can actually put it all out. EB, what is up, homie? Are you coming over with Joey as well? I'm just asking now. Are you coming to the Browns game with Joey as well? Apparently it's cheap as chips to travel at that time of the year. You've been looking for a reason to come over or a way to come over. Potentially one available right now in later on this year. You know about. I'm not going to hide it from you, but yeah, if Joey's coming as well, then yeah, that'll be 2 years. At least you'll have somebody that you recognise and can talk to face by face rather than just me. Because obviously on that day I'm going to have to talk to everybody in the room. Everybody in the room I'm going to have to talk to. So I won't be able to just spend time with just one or two people, sadly. You plan on going over for the wedding? Excellent. So, yeah. At the same time, Joey's coming, funnily enough. Joey's just managed to get himself an invite off Sparkles. Kind of. He asked if he could come and Sparkles said yeah. So if you're coming as well, so that's 2 more on the list for definites. And then it also means that if you're sorting out accommodation together, it might actually be cheaper. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, and it's 4 more to go. 4 more to go. Even though it lists 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 there. Even though it's listing 6, I've only got 4. So it's him and him. Now we'll see who's got the same legs. So they're using the same legs, and he's using the same legs as 79 and 80. No, so what I'm probably going to have to do is do these two. Does that one do twice? No, so it's going to be 69 and 68 to do these two, and then I'm going to have to use the 89 and 9. Oh, have I already used them? We're going to find out. Oh dear, I didn't even think of that. There's not just going to be you. There's going to be a whole group of people stood out the back because you can't stand in the courtyard. Because that's right on the main road. But yeah, so there's going to be a whole group of stood out the back. Oh, it's going to be so tempting. I can't. I'm not even drinking. I'm not even drinking at my own wedding. I can't do that. 68 and 69. Is it 66 and 67 that's going? It is. Right, so we're going to have to get some kind of group conference call going. So you can ask me all details that you need. That is going to be the weirdest. Yeah, there's things going through my. Because obviously I've got an idea what we've booked to be at the wedding and things for reception and stuff and blah 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 blah. So I've got an idea of potential things that could happen, and I've just thought of one that's going to look really bleeding weird. It's going to look really weird. But, oh no, I'm not even spoke to Captain either yet. Oh. I need to speak to Captain. Have you got Captain on your Facebook? No. Okay. Sparkles is downstairs now, by the way, in case you're wondering who's a random person is I'm talking to behind me. Sparkles is now sat downstairs with me. So I can ask her questions, and now she's looking at me going, no, we are not turning our wedding into essentially a YouTube meetup for you. Fair enough. Can't really complain, can I? She says, no, it's not being a YouTube meetup just for me. 70 and 71. Because this is supposed to be a day for both of us. But it does mean that Sparkles gets to meet us. I mean, I've only ever met Joey in face-to-face when it comes to this thing. But EB's the only one who's actually allowed to stay at my house. So that's another thing. You won't be able to that night, mate. Sorry. It's that of all nights, that's one night that's gonna be up in the air regarding what happens. So I highly doubt you'd actually be able to stay over that night. With it being wedding night and all. But if you do make it over, I believe some things can be arranged. Steve. Right, gotta go. Oh, that's not good, man. No, if it keeps you going, then you keep going, mate. You don't know why all the YouTube people have a badge. Some of you do. Some of you have the Tool logo. And some of you do not. Is that front, back, leg, arm? Yeah. Alright, so leg. Leg. Front. Oh, sorry. Where am I? There it is. I've realised I've moved back a bit on my chair. I've not pushed it forward. And now I've just hit the cord thing that my camera's on. Happy fucking days. Front. Back. So we do need to get a bit of a comms thing going to arrange for people. Front, back, arm and arm. So I've got a feeling I'm gonna have to tape out a little bit of area going, right, this is online, peoples. So in case you want to know who's, they're all them ones that have watched us grow up and blah blah blah, and this is where the people that see me online go, or I see you online go. Right, wait a minute. No, you mean the... What's going on now, Steve? You've confused me. Right, where am I? Right, woohoo, da 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 da. Your blue badge just came through for free parking. Awesome. You gotta go have your bloods. I don't know why all the YouTube people have badge. We are a bunch of loonies who all talk to each other via a platform and never met. Should be a... Yeah, that would be... Oh, it is going to be weird. I'm not going to deny it. This is... Deep breath, lads. Deep breath. I have next to no control over the wedding as it is, and he's spiralling even more out of my control. I'm not even planned a... Yeah, I don't even know if I'm having a stag do yet. That's how much planning's gone ahead. I don't even know if I'm having a stag do. Oh, all the people... No, I'm not doing that. Hell no. That'll mean the dad should have a clue. No, I'm not that nice. I'm not that nice. Nobody gets a badge. Nobody gets a badge. You're going to have to walk around, and unless you've physically seen the other person... So in the case of Joey and EB, they'll know what each other look like. It's like, EB, Joey, and they'll be alright. And Graham with Dave, they'll be fine. Now knowing that my photographer is from YouTube, you can kind of guess then from there that the other guy with glasses that's hanging around with the photographer is probably Graham. But it might be Ramrod. It might be Ramrod. It could also be Karma, especially in the EB regard, because Karma knows what EB looks like. He also knows what Dave looks like. Ramrod's met Graham, so yeah, it's gonna be a weird old. It'll take a lot of pressure off Sparkles, put it that way, because a lot of people will just be going around going, "Who are you and how do you know them?" And then you get to talk, and you go, "Yeah, I know them because of that," and they go, "Oh, I know them because I'm actually the brother or the dad or the cousin or the." It's like, wow, and then knowing Joey and Alan, or EB, sorry, then that's where all sorts of conversations start, and we find out about all things. And yeah, yeah, we won't lose Joey. Out of all people, we will not be losing Joey. I'm gonna hear him from the next town over. And I can say that, Joey, because I've met you. You are a loud person. But there's also the possibility at that time of the year that I'm going to have my new medication. So I'm going to be on... Is it amphetamines they're giving me? Yeah, I'm going to be on to give me amphetamines. Oh, dear God. This is completely legal as well, which is weird for my area of Manchester. You're going to be on fet legally? Yeah. So God knows what I'm going to be like then. You'll be surprised. There's a few people that are going to be similar to that EB that are, they don't like being social too much. I know at least 3 people, not including you, that are in a similar position. So I've got a feeling you're all gonna accidentally find each other and congregate in a certain area, which is not going to be the busy area, but it's going to be easy enough for you to find the bar. Yeah, I know it's just your nature, but this is why we know we're not going to lose you. Just shout Joey, and from wherever you are, you'll go, "Yeah, Cleveland!" And yeah, we know where you are then. I would say look for the big bushy grey beard, but there's going to be a few of them. And there's going to be a lot of people wondering, why are there so many Americans? And people from outside of Manchester. It's like, who are you? How do you even know? And they're automatically going to assume that you know the bride. They're not going to even think that you know me. And that's going to make it all the more funny. So how do you know the bride? Through the groom. It's usually not how weddings go. At least not to the degree that ours is going to be going. It's like, yeah, I know through the groom, I know through the groom, I know through the groom. I'm getting far too many people on the list. And yeah. Sparkles needs to start inviting people. Sparkles doesn't actually talk to as many people as I do, so it makes it a little bit more difficult. Heads! No worries, Steve. Speak to you in a bit, mate. Send me a message once you're clear and out and ready and stuff. And we can chat on from there. I've not used Streamlabs for a while, or StreamYard for a while, but we can always set that back up again. And see if my login still works and the round table's still there. Because this will only let me have one person up at a time. Whereas obviously StreamYard we've used many times just to go, no, we're just having a chat and we need a few of us in there. So we open up StreamYard and go sit in there talking. For those of you who are not sure what StreamYard is what I used to use to stream. Which is why you'll most likely just get the evening. So you've got a chance to travel, get yourself changed, get yourself refreshed, get there for the evening. Because it's an afternoon. Yeah. Anyway, as I said, we'll talk about more specific details when we can talk about more specific details. Sparkles is not going to be too happy if I start giving all the details out about our wedding online. Anyway, last two to go. And it's 1 o'clock, so what time is that? Just gone 10, 11, 12, 1, 3 hours. 3 hours. I'm doing alright. I just need to find out which set of legs it is that I've got left. To try and find out which actual guy it is that I've got left. So it's 90. So it's 89 and 90 that I have left regarding legs. So it's, yeah, it's these last two here that we have available. I think that should be it. That's all we've got left for legs. Yep, exact same guys there. And no legs whatsoever on those two spoons. Perfect. So we need 87, 88, 89 and 90. And what weapons are you telling me to put on? 91, 92. So 87 through to 92. Okay. And 87 is the part of the torso right here. That bit right there. Oh, you've got a collaboration stream going on with Beasley's from over here. Well, hopefully that'll get you some few times and watch, because I know every time you've asked me to go up to do anything, you've probably lost more than you've gained. I'm sorry about that. But the Beasleys. I'm not. Who are the Beasleys? I don't think I know. Are they UK reactors as opposed to US reactors? And I don't mean like power plant place. If some people are trying to be that smart ass for the person. Oh, do you mean that type of reactor? No, I don't mean that type of reactor. I mean somebody who reacts to things on YouTube. You will get a smart ass on there, and I know that because it came into my head, and I can't be that unique. So the 28th of this month, you got what? 14 days? No, 24 days. What have I just done? Oh, I've forgotten what I've just done. I've just done 87, 88, 89, 90. So now I need 91 and 92. All this just to get 20 guardsmen, which is what, about 120 points on the battlefield for all of them. It's bloody ridiculous the amount that they get. 60 points for 10 guys. Space Marines spending what, 100 points for 5. Methinks that's a bit of a difference. Although, in fairness, what you get for a Space Marines standard guy and what you get for a Guardsman standard guy is a big difference. You go from a 5+ save, hitting on 4s, toughness 3, 1 wound, to a 3+ save, toughness 4, hitting on 3s with 2 wounds. But a 5-man squad is still on the same amount of wounds as a 10-man squad, and 40 points more for a better armor save and a better chance to hit. It's not even like they're going to be overly equipped with better weapons in that point. They're a British family reacting to US stuff, and I've visited over here. Oh, that you've been following. Excellent. So you've been following and chatting to them for a while, so, and they've been over, so you have kind of comparisons to go off, and then you can go, well, I'm coming over in anything I should keep an eye out for. Especially if you go, well, I'm going to be in this area and this area and this area and this area, and they might go, I've got no idea around there, I've got no idea around there, but if you go into that, you want to check that out, and if you go into that, you want to check that out. I mean, I said this, where I'm getting married is just up the road from the pub that's older than America, that, Joey, you will bang your head in if you're not careful, because the ceilings are that low. Just warning you now, if you go to that pub at any point, you will be smacking your head if you're not careful. And it is, as I said, like 4 doors away, if that. Actually, no, it's not. It's not even 4 doors away. It's just across the green in the road. Now I remember of it. Also means I've got to send EB that link as well, because I forgot to send him that link of where he's going to be. Oh, do you know something? If I had brains, that'd be dangerous, wouldn't it? I'm so glad you all are willing to put up with me, because I don't know how you do it. I don't. I get to listen to my head sometimes, and it just, nope. Joey is there. EB is there. Now, is this gonna give me the same link? I hope so. I hope so. Right, close that down again. Yeah, eSIM's a good idea, actually, because then you've got a certain amount of freedoms over here regarding the phone and using data and crap like that. There are places with free Wi-Fi that are not too far away. I think even the venue that we're having it at has some kind of Wi-Fi. Oh, this is going to be an interesting one. This is going to be an interesting one. I'm going to have a quick work with a couple of people, I think, just to make sure some stuff's happening and is available. Again, buzzard, rather than asking, you just have to show interest, and I'll make room for you. I still have a few places left, so I know I can put people in. I'm just not sure how many. We're going to have to go back through the guest list to realise how many we've got. And whether or not they're going to... Oh, wait a minute, no. EB, you'll be coming for that. Right. Right. We're going to have to get on a call between all of us, because I've just realised something, and that's going to run differently to... Yeah, I forgot things. Shock horror, I know. I've forgotten something. But yeah, I've just remembered a couple of things regarding stuff. And hydrate. Hydrate is good, because I think these are the last 2 guys that I need to put on bases, so I can get rid of that. Pull my coffee off the bear's paws, thinking about. Yeah, going for an eSIM will help you a lot regarding especially internet connections. And if you're only coming over for the wedding, then I don't know how long you're going to be staying. I mean, by all means, I'm not going to. If you decide to do something else after the wedding, I'm not going to feel at all like, oh well, you thought you was coming over for. No, come over and enjoy the country. If you've got enough time, you've got a chance to come over and enjoy the country. Go spend a couple of days up with Buzzard up in the middle of the country, or like Ezra or Steve. Go see Steve. Spend a couple of days with Steve. Stuff like that. You might be better off making a bit of a plan out of it, seeing as you're coming all the way over. I don't want to be the one to go, oh yeah, he's only coming over to see me. No, come over and see other people. So there are plenty of people that are not too far from me, especially if you've got the time to do it, that you could easily go see. Yeah, see, there you go. 2 weeks. You got Buzzard, who lives not really close to me, but not too far away. See, look, there you go. So you've got quite a few. Awesome. It makes me feel a little bit awkward. It made me feel a little bit awkward thinking, is he really just coming over to see me? Oh, I'm not that special, for fuck's sake. But if you're coming over to see other people, I'm happier. Who knows, we may end up jumping on the flight back with you going, no, we're coming for our honeymoon. And Joey's now just realised, what, we're going for 2 weeks? When did that happen? I've got to go to Paris, go see that game. Which I'm hoping is before. And that means EB's got to get tickets to go see the Browns now in Paris as well. Yeah, go, you see, Buzzard doesn't live too far away, but he does live in a castle. Well, EB lives in a castle, kind of. He's registered for a castle anyway, as far as being over here is concerned. I've seen that video. The video that no one can see. Yeah, so I mean, he's about Buzzard. It's just over an hour away, isn't it? Depending on traffic, from me to you. I mean, going from door to door, not just general area to general area, because you've been to my door, you know where I live. So it's about an hour, isn't it? If the traffic's nice. I believe so, anyway. So, fair enough, you're not going to see the NFL game, but while if Joey's doing that, you're going to go, right, I'm going to go see the sights of Paris. Oh my God, what's that smell? Oh, that's Paris. So, right, yeah, Buzzard's well within travelling distance, and then so's Steve, so's David, so's who's the other one you mentioned? Ezra's the other side of the Pennines to me, so you can get Ezra and Mick T in at the same time. I don't know where Brendan is. You've been to Iraq and Korea, smells don't bother you. Yeah, you ain't been to fucking Paris though, mate. Oh, French takes smells to a whole new level. Right, we need 2 ads. And I want both of them to be shouting. Both of them. Gobs open. Hoorah! For the Emperor! Crush, kill, destroy. I've still got to find out what's happening regarding something else that's potentially going on. And Graham, you're going to have to help with this. Are you bringing any card games? just asking. So that if we do end up going missing, Sparkles knows where to find us because we're playing Magic or something. bolt action, hero quest, God knows what. Where's the groom? Sat there being a geek in that room. What, on his wedding day? Yep, keeps him out of trouble, leave him alone. There's one and last guy. Last guy. There is so much to pay attention to. And us having much shorter and smaller roads, things happen quicker. Things happen very quick. Such as turnings. And there we go. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, cats and fish. We have finished what is essentially 20 Imperial Guardsmen. Not going past Watford. Don't blame me there, but Buzzard. Don't blame me there, Buzzard. But by the sounds of it, EB, Joey, Buzzard's more than willing to help you out with a bit of travelling, which is excellent. As far as I can tell, that's bloody brilliant. 2, 3, 4, 5. No, have I not got any more? No, so they're the 5 standard guys. And then we've got the guy with the knife, who's technically a standard guy. Guy with a plasma gun. Guy with a multi-melter. Guy with a voxcaster. And a sergeant. And then rinse and repeat for the other 10. Except for the guy. This one's got the absolute lunatic with the knife running forward like this, though. Absolute nutter. But enough rank and file there. So I should be able to at least field approximately 50 of these. No, 60 of these now. So I've got a full 60 of them, I think. I'd have to go get the thing out of the cupboard behind me, and I don't fancy climbing up onto all that stuff right now, because last time I did, I slipped and fell. No. No trips to there, Joey. Sorry. And I just realised I've not had that down for so long. That instant mash. Hello. Sorry I've missed all your comments. And I've had this open on the weird side, so I've not been able to see it big enough on there. Lazy mini painting. You can't be more lazy than you. I'll hazard a guess on that one. It's took me 3 weeks to get around to building these. Yeah, nuclear reactor. What am I making? I'm 2 standard guardsmen, mate. 2 standard units of guardsmen there, instant. And yeah, those are it. There's one came with combat patrol. Tonight, I'm going to put this. There are a little bits of reading, but I need lunch and I need to start preparing myself to go get Mini Laz. So I will do the reading again tonight about 9:30. There's not much. There's what one? Oh no! Wait a minute. 2 stories. A bit of unit naming, and then datasheet and another campaign piece. So there's not a whole lot to happen tonight. So it'll probably be about an hour long stream, if that. But I will do that then, because I need to recuperate my head, which is going to be fun. So again, thank you everybody for coming to join me. EB, Joey, Buzzard, and Graham, and Steve. We'll get a conferencey call thing going, and we'll try and work something out and narrow down timescales and when people want to book and yeah. You get what I mean. But that's all behind. That's all off camera stuff. I won't be streaming my wedding. I'll just be stupid. But thank you everybody who's come to see us. If I've missed you in the chat, I am sorry. I've had things scrolled down and things moved around, and just didn't occur to me to put them back. But thank you for coming to join me either way. Please hit that like and subscribe if I've at least earned it, as far as you're concerned. And I will see you all later tonight. Yeah. So long. Drive safe.